Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for December 2024. You have this flexible card and this orphan card. Some of you, I do feel like you feel like something is rejecting you, but not like a person. I feel like some of you, this could be like money, or something that you're working on. It's like not working as much as you want it to be working is kind of the energy I get here. Again, I think there's a very clear answer in this first row, which is the Seven of Swords. So, let's say you have a job and it's just not cutting it any longer, or, maybe you feel like the business you work for is going to go out of business or something like that. That's kind of like the feeling I get here at the top. I think the answer to this situation is the flexible card and the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is a card of tactics and like doing things differently. And so again, you are going to have to maybe make some changes, but overall, the reading looks pretty good. I mean, you start with the Ten of Pentacles, which is pretty much everything you want and desire in your life. It's also about building, leaving a legacy. And so, in some ways, I think that Leo is being challenged to build something great, in their life, even if you don't think you can. I would do it anyway here, Leo, and I would challenge yourself in a good way, right? And I think that's what the Ten of Pentacles is saying. Ten of Pentacles is having the nicer things in life. Ten of Pentacles is having everything you want and desire in life. But we don't just get it. It's building, leaving a legacy. So we have to do the things necessary to get it. One thing we can do with the Ten of Pentacles is research. I've probably said to you before that this card, there's an alternative meaning to the Ten of Pentacles. It can represent hidden or secret information. But it's not really hidden or secret. It just says that if you're trying to grow something, that you have to do your research. You have to look for the answers. You have to look for the information. You have to research things, and there's tons of free information here on YouTube, and you have to try things as well. People, whenever I say this, people always say to me, they're like, yeah, but how do you know what good information or bad information? I'm like, you don't. Look at my channel. I run a million experiments on this channel. Most of them fail, right? But the ones that work really, really well. So, again, it's about experimentation, especially because we have Pluto and Aquarius right now. Pluto and Aquarius will reward you for trying new things, even if you don't think they'll work, just seeing what happens. And as long as you're doing that, then you will get closer and closer to your Ten of Pentacles. So that's what I would do here. You have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands, of course, can represent marriage, and you do have a little bit of love here. You have the Six of Cups, Ace of Cups to the Empress, which is pretty good for love if you want it. But the Four of Wands is also about freedom. And I think with the flexible card and the orphan card that the universe wants you, really wants you to have that level of freedom that comes with the Ten of Pentacles. Like, I'm not saying that you're going to be like mind-blowingly rich, although I think that, it's definitely possible, right? If you put the work in with the Ten of Pentacles. But, I think that this is like not always having to worry. And the Four of Wands is about setting yourself free from one thing, crossing through this portal. In the middle of the card, we have to go to the other side. We have to let something complete. It looks like a finish line right here. So usually with the Four of Wands, we have to complete one thing and go on to the next thing so that we can get the freedom or celebrate or get whatever we want. You have the Seven of Swords, again, probably the most important card in this reading. Seven of Swords is about tactics. It is not a bad card. Seven of Swords, a golden card. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive no matter what. And so he's sneaking away from this army in the background here, and he's stealing those swords. So really, it's a card of doing something in a different way. And again, I think all of you have to be flexible, especially around money or how you earn your money, because that will probably help you earn more money, which is what this first row is definitely talking about. So let's see. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Cups, yes. I think that there's something you have to walk away from. It's like, I think that the Four of Wands is commitment. It's like, this is a good reading, don't get me wrong, right? So it's like not a bad reading, but there's definitely a challenge here that you have to overcome. So I'm like not trying to sugarcoat that part of the reading. But I definitely feel there is like a comfort zone or something along those lines that you might have to leave in the past to get something greater. And I think that's what the universe is trying to get you to do. I also think the universe is trying to get you to put your thinking cap on and like come up with new ideas or different ways of doing things. We even have the Queen of Swords to the Ace of Pentacles. And so the good news is that the Queen of Swords sees things clearly for the first time. And that Ace of Pentacles could be like a new opportunity or a new direction. So I think that you are going to discover like a new opportunity. With the Four of Wands, you have the Knight of Cups. Definitely could be a knight in shining armor for those of you looking for love, for sure. There's a good mix of pretty much everything in this reading. So the Knight of Cups could be a person who sweeps into your life or whatever, and I think that it just looks like a good connection. Especially, I like the Six of Cups for new connections, because usually Six of Cups is a soulmate, and usually it's more kind of like playful, lighthearted, and just like a good connection. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Empress, which you start and end with the Empress here. The Empress is total abundance. The Empress is your energy, and it doesn't matter what gender you are. The Empress does not do things the hard way. She does things the easy way. Or it's not necessarily easy, but she doesn't struggle. She isn't about hard work. She just waves that scepter in front of her, and the wheat in front of her grows. So again, I think the universe could also be trying to push you towards efficiency in work, and being more efficient. Especially if you're like, let's say that you work in an industry that is kind of like outdated. The reading could be trying to get you to upgrade or do something different. You have this African lynx. It says silence, body language, and prophecy. You have this diving beetle. It says slow movement, creative force, and a water element. So creativity, of course, is good in these situations, like with the Seven of Swords, and also the Empress is very creative. So I think that, being creative would be a good idea for you. I think paying attention is what the African lynx is saying. It says body language on it, but I think it's talking about like reading the room, kind of like reading the energy of not like bodies, but just the energy of situations that you're in. And this could be your job, your business, your career. It could be anything. So I think you are really kind of in tune with the direction things are going, and I think you need to trust that. You have the Sun, the Six of Cups, and the Four of Swords. The Sun, of course, is the best card in the tarot. It is also your card, so it kind of says the sun is shining on you, Leo, and there could be a lot of attention coming in for you as well. I also feel like there could be just blessings coming in for you in general, so, if you're hoping for blessings or happiness or joy or any of that stuff, there could be a lot of happiness and joy coming in with the Sun card. I also feel that, with the Empress is kind of like glow-up energy, so some of you could be working towards getting a lot more attention. You have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups can represent a soulmate, and again, there definitely could be love coming in here for you, so if you want it, it's here. Six of Cups can also represent obstacles being removed from your life. Sometimes I feel the Six of Cups is just a gift from the universe, and usually the gift we receive from the Six of Cups is a turnaround, meaning like we've been bumping up against an obstacle when trying to do something, and now the obstacle is being removed. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be removing obstacles, or you could be overcoming certain obstacles as well. You have the Four of Swords. I don't know, I feel like there's something you've been thinking about here, because we go up like this. Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. This is like looking at an opportunity, and you've been thinking about it. I just get like thinking energy here. Normally he represents resting, relaxing, and recovering. But I think you're thinking. That's it. I think you're just in thinking mode. I don't really feel anything about it. Like, I don't think it's good or bad. It just like you're thinking about your thoughts, or you're thinking about a potential opportunity and what to do with it, with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. I would also say that if you are just thinking mode, that the Queen of Swords says that you are going to reach out to this opportunity. So, again, like I said, I'm not worried about it. I think you're probably going to make your moves here. With the Sun, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Yes, Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy, so really good. Nine of Pentacles is also gratitude and luxuries, or being grateful for what you have in your life. Nine of Pentacles is an energy of independence as well. And I think a lot of you are, again, there's something about this reading about like breaking free from something, and, that might include independence with that Four of Wands. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to be alone, or that you're, with the Four of Wands, or that you're not going to get married or something like that. I think this is more about, true freedom and finding true freedom in your life. With the Six of Cups, you have the Moon card here. The Moon card is about being unsure. Yeah, you could be thinking about love, some of you, with this. Like, you could have your eye on a person here and here as well with the Page of Swords. And you could just be imagining it, or wondering, like, what would happen. So, I don't know. Don't know what to say about that. With the Four of Swords, you have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands says go on the adventure, basically. So, whatever you're thinking about, Page of Wands encourages you to follow your enthusiasm. So whatever opportunities, and it could be any opportunity, the Ace of Cups doesn't have to be love. It can say that you should be following your heart at this time, because your heart is trying to get you to move towards a bigger opportunity. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this card that says you are good enough. Yes. You have this card that says show the world the real you. Yes, I think that is also true. We have so much attention in the reading. I mean, Empress twice, Nine of Pentacles, the Sun. That would be you getting a lot of attention, or you glowing up or trying to glow up. And so I think that a lot of you do need to shine your inner light to get more positive attention. I also think that you need to believe that you're good enough to have the Ten of Pentacles, right? With that you are good enough card. Like I said, I don't necessarily think the Ten of Pentacles is something we just magically get. I don't think it's something that happens fast either. Ten of Pentacles, building, leaving a legacy. It is something that you will do forever. So, it's not like just something that appears. It can be, because it can be an inheritance, but if you're not getting an inheritance, then it's definitely building or leaving a legacy, which takes time. So I feel like you need to believe that you deserve, whatever your ultimate vision is with that Ten of Pentacles. You have the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Swords. Queen of Swords is about seeing things clearly for the first time. She has clouds only halfway up her body on this card, and it says that she is seeing things clearly for the first time in her life. So a lot of people have had the Queen of Swords in this set of readings. I do think this set of retrogrades that we're entering into is going to bring in a lot of clarity for people. So you could be getting clarity on opportunities that exist in your life that you should accept, and you could be taking action on those opportunities now, which is great. You have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is about doing things that cause more flow in your life, that cause your energy to overflow as well. And so I would say that anything you can do to cause your energy to overflow would be a good idea, or getting into the flow would be a good idea with the Ace of Cups. Of course, also, following your heart. Your heart is clearly trying to get you to look at that Ace of Pentacles. And like I said, the Ace of Pentacles is just a big opportunity that you have to nurture into existence. So I would move in that direction, towards your heart with the Ace of Cups. Could also be a love offer for sure, because we have all this stuff right here. The moon, I'm not a big fan of the sun and the moon in like a love reading, because usually the sun and the moon would represent two people who are just too different or are not going to get along. But, again, I don't feel too bad in this reading. One thing I will say with that moon is that the moon card says that to be successful, you have to release your emotional armor. So again, some of you might have to release your emotional armor, or it might be the other person as well. And obviously we can't get people to do anything. So if you meet a person and they're not willing to let down their emotional armor, then it's a problem. If they do open up and they do release their emotional armor, then it's a good person, right? With the Page of Swords, I feel that it's time for curiosity, because we have this Seven of Swords here. Like, he needs to be curious about other ways of doing things. And again, I definitely feel that in work or business, this reading is saying it's time for you to get curious. It's time to look for better ways of doing things. And again, learning is the only way you can do that. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Judgment card. Yeah, it's like you're waking up to a new life in a lot of ways. The Judgment card, these people, they have to get out of their coffins. The coffin is their old life. Outside the coffin is their new life. So they really have to step into their new life, which you are clearly doing. It makes sense for the whole entire reading. Like, I think you're leaving something behind so that you can have something greater. And for most of you, I feel it's like a job or career or something you've been doing for a long time. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I feel someone was probably, someone is wearing emotional armor here because they were stabbed in the back. Again, it's the only problem I see if you're meeting a new person is that, and maybe it's both people. Like, maybe it's you and a new person. Maybe both of you have to release your emotional armor. And again, the reason I'm telling you this is because you can communicate about it. You can be the one to start doing it, right? You can open up more, and maybe that will make them open up more. But again, obviously, if they don't, then pay attention and don't stay in something with a person who's being closed off. Again, I think that we have to just pay attention here, and you'll be fine. With the with the Page of Swords, you have the Queen of Swords. I'm laughing because it's like this is basically the same thing as this right here, the Sun and the Moon. The Queen and King of Swords are like, there's like a stalemate going on here, Leo, is what I feel. Especially for those of you that are interested in a person. It's like two people who see each other but aren't doing anything about it. So, eventually, for this to work, and again, tarot is not set in stone, so this might never work, even though it shows up as a good thing in your reading. It's like someone has to open up here, is what this is saying. It's like, I just see this as two people who see each other but aren't doing anything about it. And it's like, obviously, someone's going to have to let their guard down at a certain point. So, I don't know, looks good to me if someone opens up. But if not, then not. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this flow of abundance, which I think is available to you in the soul healing card. Yeah, a lot of you, there is a good amount of healing energy here, but I think that getting into this flow of abundance, with the Empress twice, the Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, these are all very abundant energies. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, and the King of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles is like a big opportunity. The thing with the Ace of Pentacles is that we have to nurture the Ace of Pentacles into existence. So I think there could be a really good opportunity for you to increase your abundance, but you're going to have to take care of it and nurture it. And it's probably outside of a comfort zone as well, I would say. Again, if you've been working at the same job for a very long time, maybe it's become a comfort zone. So, going and getting something new could be a little scary or could be outside of your comfort zone. But I think there's a big opportunity here. You have the Empress again, so I feel like you're very attractive at this time, Leo. If you're looking for love, I would definitely get out there. The Empress would also be a lot of abundance coming in for you, and, I would focus on, looking for new opportunities to increase your abundance. I don't even think this is saying people ask me all the time as well. They say I don't want to leave my job, and the reading is saying I have to leave my job. I'm like, first off, tarot is not set in stone. Like I said, it shouldn't tell you to do anything. You can do whatever you want. Second, you don't necessarily have to leave. Apply it to your situation, right? This could just be saying that there are new levels of abundance in the job that you have right now, but you have to do something new to get it. So maybe you have to ask your boss for a raise, or maybe you have to go back to school and make yourself more valuable so that your boss will give you a raise. The list goes on and on there. So the Empress is about looking for better ways of doing things. Again, she does things simply. All she has to do is wave that scepter in front of her, and that wheat will grow. She isn't necessarily focused on hard work. She's focused on efficient work. And so, simplifying things could be a good idea as well. You have the King of Wands. King of Wands is Aries, but we could say that it's just you showing, even though you're a Leo, we could say that it's you showing up in this reading. So I feel for a lot of you that you're showing up in a strong position. The King of Wands encourages us to be bold, assertive, and also to really go for the things that we want. So I think that being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want, it would be a good idea with this card. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Sun. Again, amazing. The Sun makes things grow. And the Ace of Pentacles is like planting a seed, but we have to water it, feed it, fertilize it, give it sunlight. So if you're trying to get something to grow, the Sun can represent putting attention on it, whatever it is, and giving it the right environment so that it will grow. And we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is the card of the environment. So I think if you put something in the right environment, it will grow very well. But the Sun twice is amazing. With the Empress, you have the Four of Pentacles. This is a card of stability. I think a lot of you are creating more stability in your finances. So again, even if it doesn't look like it, even if you feel like you're being left out in the cold with your finances, with that Orphan card, I do feel things are changing. With the King of Wands, you have the Hierophant here. The Hierophant can be about blessings. He's making this symbol with his hand right here, and he's blessing these two people in front of him. And I kind of just feel there are blessings coming in for you, but I would make sure that you're kind of letting down your guard with this Moon card a little bit, especially for those of you that want love. It doesn't even have to be love, though. Again, you could be trying to protect yourself too much in work and other things. You have the Star card. It says guaranteed success. There you go. So, something that you are looking at, right here with the Page of Swords, but also probably the Queen of Swords, will be successful. So I think move towards it. You have this mountain. It says major challenge to overcome. I think that you have overcome a lot of your major challenges. I think this is more about getting the result from your challenges. I think sometimes in life we go through a challenge, but we don't get the gold from the situation. And I feel this is encouraging you to, it's like saying you've been through a lot, so make sure you get the gold from whatever you've been through. You have this December card, and you have two other cards I'll show you in a second that came out with this card. I always clarify these monthly cards. So we are in the month of December, and you have a Scrapes card that says time to go out and have fun and happiness. So both saying the same thing. It's time to go out and be happy. I feel like you need to do more things that bring you fulfillment, joy, happiness, peace. All those feelings would be a good idea with this energy, but I would just do more fun things with those two cards. You have this Wheel card that says indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Yeah, I do feel the universe is giving you a little bit of a nudge here. Especially if you're feeling orphaned or left out in the cold, or if you're not sure where you're going, I think the universe is saying it's time to like make some decisions. You might be in a situation that just isn't improving. And I think there are improvements if you kind of like do your research, like I said. And so I would do your research. You also have this cracked cup. It says dissatisfaction with life. So again, I think that there could be certain things that you're dissatisfied with, but you are the one that has the power to change. So I think that this reading is all about you making the changes to not be dissatisfied. Pretty interesting, Leo. I like it. I think you will make these changes. You have the sun at the end, which is great. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.